Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This time we're back on the 2-star army account, my free-to-play account that I'm only using 2 stars with to get to farming Wrath 10, and then I'll do it as a giveaway. This week, I know I said in my previous video that I was just going to be farming the Wrath dungeon, trying to get glyph upgrades for my monsters, but we had this event on where if you did 150 summons of 2-star monsters or higher, you got the Supreme Soul Stone, which is guaranteed Nat 4. And I was on about 95 or so summons, and I thought, why not have a crack for it when there was about 3 days left? So I was going through all the scenario maps, cleared as many as I could on Nightmare mode. So I got through Colossus Desert on Nightmare mode, just using my full team of 4 monsters. I didn't try and farm fodder while doing it. I just tried to punch through because I wanted to get done quickly, get as many seals as I could. Then just doing the other achievements, like achievements for winning a certain amount of battles with 1 monster, 2 monsters, 3 monsters, then killing X amount in all the different zones. And I managed to get there with a few hours to spare. So I was actually really excited when I got that, because it means now this account, when I give it away, is going to have 2 4-stars. And wouldn't you know it, it happened to be another great 4-star. It was the Earth Necro, and he's another fantastic unit, great beginner unit. Whoever gets this account is going to be a bit annoyed with me because I also pulled the Earth Basilisk and I'm skilling him up, but you've got him there, so once you get the account you can skill him up and use him because he's a great unit. Got that Parasite, he's got the he's got everything. He's a great unit, great for beginners, so I was really happy with that. And then after that, that took me about 3 or 4 days of farming that I had left in that event to get him. And in those summons, like I said, I got the Earth Basilisk, so I was wrapped with that. And I still haven't got my Unicorn, but I did manage to get a Wind Stalker. So I've just leveled him up as well and evolved him, because in the Wrath dungeon, especially now, I didn't realise, but there's been a patch, and now on the dungeon bosses, poisons only do 5% of their max HP. So in the Wrath dungeon, I can't see a way to get it done efficiently without having a block beneficial effects on your team. So without the Unicorn, obviously I'd prefer the Unicorn, but without him, I was even looking into building the 1-star Wind Elemental because he has the block beneficial effects, but then I got the Stalker, so I've built him as well. And so I pulled him much earlier than the Basilisk, so I evolved him, 4-starred him, started doing some runs, and I just found that level 6 of Wrath was giving me pretty poor drops. It was just always green, so I went back to Floating Islands and just farmed there on Nightmare a bit longer just to level some more fodder up, start leveling my Earth Basilisk up, and then get some upgrades on the glyphs. And then and also for that event, I had to, there was a weekly achievements on, and I had to make a 5-star, so I 5-starred my Water Nymph, because I knew from my last account she was the squishy one that I struggled with, so I just always knew she was going to be my first 5-star in this, because she was the one that would struggle in the Wrath dungeon. And once I 5-starred her, then I moved into Sunken City Nightmare mode to try and farm up some haste glyphs, because I didn't want to go straight to haste with an Ice Knight, because I know some people might not have him or might not have pulled a good farmer, so they might not be able to do the Sunken City on Nightmare mode. That's why I stayed at Floating Islands, just getting those Vitality glyphs. But I figured once I was leveling a healer with the farmer, everyone should be fine doing that. So I went there, started farming some haste glyphs, and I upgraded the glyphs on my monsters. I'll share the glyphs now. So that's my Nymph. Another thing I was doing, just checking the shop every hour, and all these endurance glyphs I actually got from the shop. So it was very handy. The shop is really good now with the 1 hour reset, so I just keep checking there. So that's my only set at the moment that isn't Vitality. So that's her. The Ice Knight doesn't really matter because I don't use him that much. That's my Water Bird. My Water Bird, I've got plans to change to Haste Precision soon. I've been getting a few of those, so that's him. The Wind Assassin, my plan is wait for free glyph removal, and then basically I'm going to strip some of her glyphs and glyph up the Earth Basilisk. This is my Stalker. He's fairly average too. I haven't got the greatest glyphs on him, but he's doing what he needs to do at the moment. There's the Wind Golem. Haven't really changed him much either. And then this guy, don't just ignore his glyphs. They were just there so when I was farming his levels up, he had a bit more tankiness so he could speed up the runs. But that's where I'm at the moment. So that's those guys. And with the main team of Nymph, Bird, Assassin, Stalker, and Golem, like last time I said I was struggling at 7, but once I got those few upgrades, I was able to clear 7, and then I moved on to 8. 8 was pretty sketchy. It was a tough one. I had to manual it to get through it. And then I was thinking, because 8 has an attack bar boost for the boss, it's actually harder to do 8 than it is to do 9. So I jumped into 9, autoed it 3 times in a row, and I thought I was going to be doing it easy. Then I failed it twice in a row. So what I've been doing for the last couple days is, if I'm around and I can sort of watch it, I'll do level 9, and once I see it on the boss, I'll take it off auto and manual the boss, because I can always clear it on manual. With auto, I sometimes get the derps, so that's where I just need better glyphs. Once I get this the Basilisk up, that'll help a lot. But then when I wasn't able to watch it as closely, I would do level 7, because with my upgrades and the tankier monsters, I could do level 7 on auto. Not 100%, it was about 80%. So what I do is try and watch, if I could see it when it got to the boss, I just make it target the Wind Knoll, and that would always let me pass it. So it wasn't the end of the world if I missed it, because I'd most likely pass, but if I saw it on the boss stage, I'd target that Knoll and I'd pass, because I'd get him killed before the boss could kill me with the heal block. So that's where I'm up to now. I'm going to keep doing that theory of farming level 9, because I've been getting some okay glyphs, some yellows and a few purples. My purples haven't been great. They've been more accuracy, resistance and crit, but I'm getting there. So I'm sort of waiting for a glyph removal, because it's at this stage of the game where you really struggle with crystals. So I'm really waiting for that free removal before I start really having a crack and trying to get that full 9 auto team. But the other thing I've been doing is skill ups. So I did get my skill up into the Golem's second skill. I got him on the first skill up, so that was fantastic. The Water Bird, I got 1 skill up into the Bird's second skill as well, and that was on the second skill up, so I was happy with that too. And then I thought I'd put a few into the Nymph, and that was just a disaster, because I have been finding it a lot harder than my first account to get the healing output that I need. So I thought skill ups in the Nymph would help. And when you know it, I maxed out the first skill and got 2 into the second skill before I got 1 into the, 2 into the third before I got 1 into the second, which is the one you really want. So she's sitting there. I will put more into her, but at the moment, I'm trying to max out the Earth Basilisk, because his second skill is what's going to be really vital. And so once I get him max skilled on that second skill, it'll be a 2-turn stun on a 2-turn cooldown, and because of his element, he'll always target the Wind Knoll, which on level 8 and 9 does the attack buff for the boss, and on level 10 does the armor break. So that's the unit you really want to lock down, and because of his element, he'll always be attacking, or most of the time be attacking that Knoll with this attack, which is what you really need. So I need 2 more skill ups into that one, and his third skill only needs 1 more to get the cooldown reduction. So I definitely think he's going to be fantastic, and the bonus on top of that, I got the self-speed buff for his evolution skill. So things are looking good. I just need some books, some crystals, and a free glyph removal, and I think I'll be pretty well on my way to getting towards 10 in the next couple of weeks. So that's the basic plan now from here on in with where the monsters are. Just farm level 9 when I can, level 7 when I can't. 8's just too hard for me. Glyph them up, get that Basilisk into the team, and then still hopefully pull a Wind Unicorn, because it's just safer. And then, yeah, just keep progressing like that. So if you're having anything else that you guys are having trouble with, or you need any suggestions, please just hit me up in the comments. And that's about it for this video. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.